What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Hammer Dance YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making a video on how to make your microphone sound amazing. No matter what microphone you have, you could be using a headset mic, Blue Yeti Nano, Shure SM7B, Shure MV7, whatever microphone you have, I'm going to show you how to tweak it to get the sound that you want to the best of my ability. I'm pretty good with this stuff. I've been doing audio for a long time, so I'm fairly exceptional when it comes to EQing and filters and doing some sound design on your microphone. So I'm going to help you guys get your microphone to sound as professional and clear as possible. Now, one thing we got to keep in mind here is that some people are using USB mics, some people are using XLR mics, some people are using GoXLRs, some people are just using filters within OBS. No matter what your setup is, there is a way to make it sound really good, and that's what we're going to go over in this video. The first part is going to be for the people who have a GoXLR. I'm going to show you my settings on my GoXLR, my EQ settings and everything for my mic, and hopefully that helps you. The second part of this video is going to be for people who are not using a GoXLR. Let's say you just have a regular USB mic like a Yeti or a Razer Siren or a HyperX Quadcast, one of these USB streaming microphones. We're going to be able to still tweak your microphone to make it sound great using Reaper plugins in OBS. I'm going to show you guys how to install them and then how to use them. So like I said, first part of this video is going to be for the people using a GoXLR with whatever microphone it is. Second part of the video is for people not using a GoXLR using plugins within OBS. All right, guys, so before we do that though, let's give a shout out and thank you to our sponsor for today's video, Own.tv. Own.tv is the place to go, guys, if you're looking for some fresh new graphics for your stream. Whether you're on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook gaming, you'll find something that's a perfect fit for your channel. They offer full themed overlay packages, which are great if you're trying to give your stream a complete makeover, but let's say you're just looking to pick up some new alert graphics. Don't worry, because they've got you covered there too. You could find single graphics such as alerts, banners, panels, and logos as well. And one of the best parts about most of these overlays is that they are completely modular. So if you and your friends all pick up the same overlay, such as this Rodan one right here, you can change the colors and tweak it to match your brand, and none of you will have the exact same overlay. If you guys are looking to take your stream to the next level, be sure to check out Own.tv using my link below to support the channel. All right, guys, so just how I mentioned before, the first part of this video is going to be tweaking your microphone in your GoXLR software. This is for the people using a GoXLR with whatever microphone it is that you have. So we're going to head over to the microphone tab in our GoXLR software. Right here is where we have our noise gate. So what your noise gate is really doing is it's opening and closing the audio from your microphone depending on the level of sound that you're producing. So basically how I have mine set up right now is that when I'm talking within a 1 to 2 foot radius of my microphone, that noise gate opens. It allows my voice to be processed through the microphone and then spits it out onto my stream or on my recordings. What this really does is it helps eliminate background noise, key presses on your keyboard. Super important, and it's a very simple way to eliminate that noise and make your recordings or your streams sound more professional. So as you can see here, I have my threshold set to -44 dBs, my attenuation is at 36%, and my attack is at 10 ms, my release 200 ms. These two are pretty much never going to change. I would adjust your threshold mainly so that you can get it to a point where when you're talking at a normal volume or you move a little bit away from your mic, you can still hear your voice, but you're not picking up keystrokes or clicks from your mouse or people talking maybe in another room. So you're going to adjust that accordingly until you hit that sweet spot. For me, it's -44 dB. For everyone, this is going to be different though. It all depends on your microphone, your setup, the way your room is. If you're I have some sound absorbing on the sides and the back of me here, and my apartment is fairly quiet. So these are the settings that work for me. You can kind of use these settings and then tweak it to your situation. Next, we're going to move on to the equalizer. So what the equalizer is doing is you're basically allowed to, boost and lower different frequencies in the audio wave. As you look at this here, my equalizer is showing 90 Hertz, 160 Hertz, 480 Hertz, 1.5, 4.5, and 7.8. Yours is probably going to look like this when you first boot it up. That's a very simple equalizer. I like to expand it a little bit and get the actual frequencies in there. So anything below like 200 Hertz is very bassy. And my microphone, the Shure SM7B, is already pretty heavy on the low end, so I'm not boosting anything low here. Keep in mind though, if you have a microphone that's a little higher end, that's allowing people to hear more treble, more of the highs in your voice, and you want to add more of a bassy feel, start boosting some of these lower frequencies, and that'll give you that, you know, that bassy feel in your microphone. So for me, my microphone is a little bit lacking in the high end. If I were to leave these all at 0, my microphone sounds good and it's good quality, but it's very heavy on the low end, very bassy. So it was kind of making my voice sound a little bit muddled. So if you noticed here, I'm boosting the higher end of my voice. That's what this is basically. Just look at this as the low end of your voice, high end of your voice. So I needed to boost the highs a little bit. You can tweak these until you get it just right. If you enable fine tuning, you can get in there even deeper and get really into the specifics. For the sake of this video, this is perfectly fine, and most of you are not going to need to go any deeper than this with your equalizer. So just adjust your settings accordingly. You can copy mine right here, and then let's say you're lacking on the low end, maybe you'll want to boost that 160 a little bit. I wouldn't really suggest boosting at 90 hertz that much. It's pretty low. You're not going to really hear that in most people won't hear that in their headphones. But yeah, so that's what your equalizer is doing. Next over here, we have our compressor. So what the compressor is doing is taking the highest bits of your voice and the lowest bits of your voice and kind of smushing them so that everything is equal and it's basically compressed. So you can scream and it's not going to go above a certain volume, or you can talk really low and it's going to boost that low speaking that you're doing up to a level that's audible for your audience. So compressor is super important. Right here we have our threshold set to -15 dB. Our ratio is 4:1, our TAC is 2 ms, our release is 100 ms, and our makeup gain is 0 dB. So if you needed to add some gain in there to make it louder, you can. I don't need to, but again, you can copy my settings for your compressor here and then tweak it, you know, to match your needs. It all depends on your microphone, your room setup, you know, all of that stuff is pretty critical when it comes to, you know, mixing and mastering audio here. So copy my settings and then tweak it to your exact setup. All right, guys, so this next part of the video is for people who are not using a GoXLR full size or mini. This is for anyone who is just using a microphone plugged into their computer, whether it's into an interface through XLR input or a USB input microphone. This is going to be for you. We're going to do the same thing we just did on that GoXLR software within OBS. All right, guys, so to install your Reaper plugins, you're going to go to Chrome or whatever your browser is and go to reaper.fm/REA_plugs/, and it's going to bring you to their home webpage right here. We're going to scroll down to where you see download replugins. We're going to download the 64-bit version. Okay, that is downloaded. We're going to click on those. Can get rid of this website now, and we're going to hit I agree, leave everything checked here, hit next, install. I can't install them while OBS is open, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and they are installed. Basically all I did there was just hit next, but you cannot install them while OBS is open. Keep that in mind. I should have known that. But anyway, guys, so yeah, now we're in OBS. Right here, you're going to see your microphone. For me, it just says broadcast mix because I am using a GoXLR, but you will see your microphone here if you're not using a GoXLR. You're going to click the little settings wheel on your microphone and go to filters. Now, this is where we're going to be able to add audio filters to our microphone to basically do what we just did in the GoXLR software, but within OBS. So you're going to hit the plus sign down here, and what you're going to see is VST2 plugin. You're going to click that. And for the sake of this, we're going to name this one the noise gate. Remember, we did the noise gate first. So hit OK. And if we go in here, we see all the Reaper plugins we just installed. Compressor, controller, delay, EQ, gate. That's what we want, the noise gate. So you're going to click on Regate. And then you're going to click Open Plugin Interface. So this is our noise gate. I don't need to actually put this on because I am already using a noise gate within the GoXLR software, but basically what you're going to do is you see how when I'm talking, this is pretty much the level of where my voice is at, right? If I'm not talking, let's see where it goes to. Okay, you see that line where it was just kind of sitting? That's the silent noise. We want to basically bring our noise gate above that so that when it's sitting silent, this little bar is above that silent noise. Perfect. So what that's doing is that is cutting off all that silent noise that would be going through your microphone to your audience. And basically it's only activating your microphone when you are speaking. You could pretty much leave all this other stuff. You don't really need to tweak that. This is the most important part right there, the threshold. So that is how you would add your noise gate without GoXLR software. Okay, the next thing we want to add here is going to be our equalizer. Remember, we did the EQ where you could see all the hertz of the audio wave of the audio coming into your microphone from your voice. So we're going to hit this, plug in. We're going to name this one equalizer or EQ. We're going to find the Reaper EQ, which is right here. Open plugin interface. So basically what this is doing is it's giving you that exact graph that we saw in our GoXLR software, but it's in the graphic equalizer through the Reaper plugins now. So like the same as before, if you're lacking low end, you know, like bassiness in your microphone, you may want to boost these lows a little bit, bring them up a little bit, you know, maybe drop it off down a little bit there, move this one. So now we're boosting at like between 100 and 200, we're boosting at like 150 hertz. That'll add a little bit more boom to your voice. Keep in mind, while I'm making this video, I'm doing this over my microphone. So if my microphone is sounding a little crazy right now, it's because I have multiple instances of this running. So just keep that in mind. But I just want to do this to show you guys exactly how to do it. Maybe you're lacking in the high end of your voice a little bit. And we want to boost up those highs to make your voice sound a little clearer. We boost up the high end a little bit like that. Pretty much just mess with this until you get the sound that you're looking for. And the last thing we want to add here is a compressor. Remember, the compressor is what takes those really highs in your voice and the really lows and compresses them so that everything is audible. When you scream, it's not going to be ear piercing, but when you're talking really low, it's going to bring that volume up and everything will kind of be around the same level of volume. So we're going to go here, add another VST plugin. We're going to name this one compressor. We're going to find Reaper compressor right there. Boom. Open plugin. And now what you're going to do is basically drag this threshold down until you get to a point where you like the way it sounds. You're going to want to be recording while you're doing this. A good way to do this is like just hit the record button on OBS and sit here and talk and say, this is my compressor at negative 1.9 dBs, and then move it down a little bit and say, this is my compressor at negative 2.7 dBs. And that's how I used to do this. So that's a good way to kind of get that. Leave all these settings around the same over here, but that is going to be how you edit your compressor. You can leave all this like that and just mess with the threshold until you get it to a point that sounds clear, it sounds nice, boomy, very full sounding voice. And that, guys, is how you are going to add all those settings without GoXLR software. And there you have it, guys. I really hope that helped you guys understand a little bit more about tweaking your microphone to make it sound good. Really, you can make any microphone sound pretty damn good nowadays. They're all decent, but if you have a little bit of knowledge on how to use a noise gate and an equalizer and a compressor, it really does make a world of difference when it comes to the quality of your microphone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing to the channel and turning on those post notifications so you don't miss the next time I post a video. Anyways, guys, that's all from me. I want you to keep those hammers up, and I'll see you next time.